Welcome to Beyond the Veil, the podcast that lifts the curtain between the known and the unknown, uncovering stories that challenge our perception of reality. I'm Francelina, your host, and today I have an extraordinary tale for you. Imagine a serene island off the coast of South Carolina with golden sands, historic homes, and a peaceful atmosphere. But when the sky darkens and storms approach, this idyllic setting becomes the backdrop for an incredible phenomenon. This is the story of the Gray Man of Pawleys Island, a ghostly figure that appears not to frighten but to warn. His mission? To protect those in harm's way. Is he a spirit, a symbol, or something beyond explanation? Join me as we unravel the mystery of the Gray Man, tracing his origins, his appearances, and the profound impact of his warnings. Pawleys Island, the setting of the legend. Before we delve into the Gray Man's story, let's take a moment to explore Pawleys Island itself. This small barrier island is a haven of tranquility, famous for its beautiful beaches and historic charm. Known as one of the oldest seaside resorts in the United States, it's a place where time seems to stand still. Yet, its beauty is tempered by its vulnerability. Pawleys Island lies directly in the path of hurricanes that have shaped not just its geography, but also its folklore. Over centuries, storms have left their mark, and the stories of those who lived through them have become part of the island's identity. The origin of the Gray Man. The origins of the Gray Man's legend trace back to the late 19th century, though some versions suggest he's even older. The most well-known tale describes a young man traveling to reunite with his fiancée on Pawleys Island. Tragically, he met his end in a quicksand bog while crossing the marshlands. His spirit, it is said, could not rest and remains bound to the island, not to haunt, but to protect. Another version claims he was a sailor, shipwrecked along the coast, whose ghost now serves as a storm sentinel. Whatever the truth, one thing remains consistent. The Gray Man appears to warn residents of danger, saving lives in the process. Eyewitness accounts through the years. The Gray Man first made his presence known in 1822, just before a devastating hurricane struck. A local couple recounted seeing a strange man dressed in gray on the beach. He pointed toward the horizon, said nothing, and vanished. Heeding the unspoken warning, they evacuated. When they returned, they found their home untouched, while others were destroyed. Since then, similar stories have emerged. Hurricane Hugo, 1989. Before Hurricane Hugo ravaged South Carolina, a couple reported seeing a gray-clad man on the beach. Like the original tale, he disappeared as mysteriously as he had appeared. The couple left the island, and their home was one of the few that survived the storm. The Fisherman's Encounter, 2016. Two fishermen preparing for a tropical storm noticed a man in gray standing on the pier. They claimed to hear a faint whisper, "Leave." Spooked, they abandoned their boats and sought shelter inland. The storm caused widespread damage, but they were unharmed. Theories and explanations. The Gray Man's story raises compelling questions. Who is he, and why does he appear? Let's explore some of the leading theories. The supernatural explanation. The Gray Man is seen as a benevolent spirit, a guardian tethered to the island. For many, he represents divine intervention or angelic protection. A psychological phenomenon. Some believe the Gray Man is a psychological projection, a manifestation of hope during times of fear. When faced with the chaos of a storm, the human mind creates a figure of reassurance. Natural phenomena. Could the Gray Man be a trick of light and shadow? Atmospheric conditions during storms, mist, sand, and wind, might combine to create the illusion of a figure. A cultural symbol. Finally, the Gray Man may not be a literal ghost, but a cultural archetype. He represents resilience and the community's ability to endure hardships. Emotional impact and reflections. The Gray Man's story resonates deeply because it's more than just a ghost story. It's a reminder of humanity's need for hope, especially in the face of natural disasters. Whether he's a spirit, a legend, or a trick of the mind, his appearances bring comfort and a sense of protection. What does this say about our connection to the unknown? Are we drawn to these stories because they hint at forces beyond our understanding? Perhaps the Gray Man challenges us to embrace the mysteries that lie beyond the veil of our reality. Closing period. This is the story of the Gray Man, Pawleys Island's silent protector, a legend that has endured through centuries, offering hope and guidance in the darkest of times. But now I want to hear from you. What do you think of this tale? Do you believe the Gray Man is real, or is he simply a creation of human imagination? Share your thoughts in the comments. Spread the word about this episode. Thank you for joining me, Francelina, on this journey. Until next time, stay curious and keep questioning the unseen.